Hi, everybody, and thanks for joining us on this Friday afternoon. First at 5:30, when gas prices hover around record highs. Everybody watches their wallet, but how closely are we watching the pump to make sure you're getting exactly what you pay for?
Right. So how do you prevent getting overcharged? Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Audrey Russo is getting answers from the Department of Consumer Protection about this new problem.
You pump, it clicks, and you drive away. While you may not always like the price per gallon, the system of getting gas is supposed to be pretty painless.
People have been pumping gas for 100 years. I don't have any reason to suspect that I'm not getting what I'm paying for.
But would you notice if the pump accidentally overcharged you by a few cents? How about $1? Turns out computer jump is a more common problem than you might think. As Caitlin Kraslett with the State Department of Consumer Protection explains, fuel pump lines are supposed to be full of gas, with an anti-drain valve on either end to keep the gas in place.
But with all things mechanical, there are times when it might fail, maybe something gets stuck in the valve or something like that.
So all the gas that was supposed to be in the line accidentally drained back into the station's reservoir. The overcharging happens when the computer thinks all that gas actually drained into your tank.
And so it thinks that, it's already pumped some fuel when it hasn't.
Kraslett says it frequently happens first thing in the morning, when there's a long stretch of time between cars filling up, giving the line more time to drain the wrong way.
People typically notice it because the price on the pump is ringing up before they've engaged the nozzle.
But with rising gas prices, how much more are people noticing it? We obtained state records comparing the number of computer jump complaints filed with the state from December of 2021 to March of 2022 to the same span of months a year prior, when prices were lower. We found 4 complaints in the past 3 months, compared to just 2 complaints in that same time frame the previous year. Not a huge amount, but still, Kraslett says she's not surprised.
We do tend to get more complaints when gas prices are high. That doesn't necessarily mean there's a higher incident rate.
I'm watching and I'm making sure I get every dime I can get out of it because I do have a big boy in my hands.
Patrick Ballin says he's noticed computer jump several times, especially early in the day.
It's quiet in the morning time, so I can hear when they start pouring down. And I'm like, damn, am I getting all the gas that I'm supposed to?
The best way to avoid getting overcharged is to keep your eyes on the numbers and make sure they don't creep up before you hear the gas start flowing. When the state gets a complaint, the Department of Consumer Protection sends a team member out with a calibrated gas can to test the pump. In 2 of the complaints from the last few months, records show the pump actually did need to be fixed. Not just to ensure a fair transaction, but also to prevent a different kind of hazard in the pump lines.
If there's something wrong and it doesn't click off, then your tank will overflow and that spills gas everywhere. Obviously, that's a huge problem. It's important to make sure that consumers are getting the amount that they pay for and to make sure that these fuel pumps are working properly.
Am I really getting all that I'm paying for out of this? Because them little cents, they do matter.
In Newington, Audrey Russo, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Audrey, thank you. I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
but now if you think you've been overcharged because of this problem, you can file a complaint with the Department of Consumer Protection. Be sure to note the gas station and the pump number. You can find their contact info on our website.